back with a little tea time with Miss Tanya Barnes of Beulah's Safe Haven, and we're gonna dive right back into the interview with the next question. So, how would you feel about having LGBTQ plus kids passing through your services here at Beulah's Safe Haven?
Well, actually, Jared, we have had different females come in. We've had lesbians, we've had pansexuals, we've had bisexuals. Here, it's about loving the child. Whatever their sexuality is, that's not who they are. It's loving who they are. Even if the Bible said you love the orphans and the widows, it didn't say if they, it said love them. And so that's what we do here. We don't judge, because it's not my place to judge. I know I've done a lot and may do a little bit more, but just to let them know that we are support for them. I don't have to agree with or like their decision. That's not my place. My place is to show them love and concern and let them know that they have support and that we're here and that they are who they are and we can accept them for who they are.
Growing up in being a member of the LGBTQ community, we see a lot of that with a lot of girls or guys being displaced from their home when they actually come out to their parents, and they don't necessarily have those type of resources when things like this happen in their lives. So to know that you encounter young ladies who are of the LGBTQ community, they have a secure and safe place they can come and they can have home, but they're not being judged or persecuted just for being who they want to be. That is important in their development. So I commend you on that, because we have to be able to meet people where they are, and you are doing a fantastic job of that.
Thank you.
The next question, can you tell me one successful story and one unsuccessful story about one of your girls?
A successful story. I have a young lady that graduated the program, and she has a job. She's in her own place. She's going on her second year in her own apartment. We were able to help her get it furnished. Of course, she's meeting some of those different struggles that everybody meets, but she's able to stand out here on her own. She calls when she needs something, as far as a support, or she's trying to get back in school now. She's graduated high school, but she's trying to do a trade now. So, I'm real proud of her. I know she's going to make some mistakes, but we all do. But for the most part, she's doing really well. Okay. And as far as unsuccessful, we had a young lady that I realized that you can't help everybody. They have to want the help. And we had a young lady here that she didn't want to follow the rules. She wanted to do what she wanted to do. She was really angry, though. She was angry at adults. She was angry at her family. And the thing is we have a structure here. And if you let one break down the structure, then everybody else think that they can too. So we had to let her go. Not saying that she won't be ready and may need the help later. Because we do to the age of 21, but at that particular time, she just wasn't ready.
Okay. It comes with the territory. Everyone cannot be helped, and that's something that we, as human beings, we have to learn that you're not gonna be able to help everyone. We can help who's willing to be helped, and others we have to let them find their way. I know, like the elders say, you got to let them bump their head till they tired of bumping their head. So when a person is tired of bumping their head, they'll get it together. But all in all, I still feel that what you're doing is amazing, because if they're 10 and you can only reach that 9, that one's gonna still need that help later, and keep that door open for that one. So I definitely I'm very much a fan of what you're doing.
Well, definitely appreciate it, Jerry. You know, and right now there's a big thing with sex trafficking, and foster children are one of the number ones that's at risk for sex trafficking, because in the system they get like $30 a month, and then you think about, here's this man that comes along and acts like he's concerned, showing you $100, he can get your nails done, gonna buy your outfit, you know, and sweet talks him until he gets them, and then it's a whole nother story. So, you know, we have to try to prepare them for that and let them know. You know, we have just too much of that. Too many of our girls out here that's selling their bodies or in domestic violence situations. So we try to give support, like I say, and make sure that they have counseling and, you know, loving themselves, and know that that doesn't have to be an option for them.
And that is fantastic, because we have to continue to talk about things like sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is growing in our city here in Shreveport, because the freeways go from here to Dallas to Atlanta. We hear these stories all the time, and it was a thing of, I did not know how big this was until I started college, and I started hearing about other organizations that were talking about sex trafficking, because we live right near the airport. Our city is right here where one of the airports is, and it's so crazy that we hear these stories of these girls. They're not from here, so how did they even get here? Who's telling them that it's okay to be out there, and no one cares about them, no one is looking out for them, because they feel like this person is looking out for me, or this person cares, and they're out there and their lives are in danger. At any given moment something can happen, and we have to continue to be mindful that when you're out there, your life is on the line at any cost. At any given time something can happen. So with you and your team here educating the girls to what's going on out there with sex trafficking, we definitely have to continue to teach them that does go on.
It's real.
And it's real, and no one is exempt. I don't have any more words, because that's just as deep as it gets. It's deep, and these young girls, they're the world is hypersexualized, and because the world is hypersexualized, they see what they think it's normal, and they don't see, no, that's what the world has built. It looks pretty. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. And with sex trafficking, those girls don't know. Y'all are only seeing what's going on. You don't know what actually happens behind the scenes in the lives of people who are caught up in sex trafficking. You do not know the traumas that they face, the abuse, the scars. And we have to continue to educate people to what sex trafficking can do to the human psyche. So thank you. Thank you for continuing to spread that awareness.
Yes, we have teamed with Purchase Not for Sale, which that's what they do, is sex trafficking. So they come in and talk to our young ladies and let them know about how males will groom them, and you know how real it is. And we also have females that have gone through sex trafficking that may come in and speak to our girls to really let them know that it's real. We've had a lady that came in that used to be in California, out there on the strip, to come in, that the Lord blessed her to be out of there, but was out there for 17 years, that came and talked to the kids. And that was powerful because they, for one reason, that she got, well, a couple of reasons, she got out of it. But the other thing is that with her getting out of it, it gave them a chance to see that maybe their parents could come through the things, that obstacles that they have gone through, like the abuse or being out there on drugs, you know. So it was, gave some of them hope, because that was a lot of the questions that they were asking her.
Whew, that's deep. We're gonna dive into the next question.
Okay.
How can people get involved with Beulah's Safe Haven?
Well, we're always looking for mentors. Like I told you, we have the California emerging butterflies, the caterpillars, the emerging butterflies, and the soaring butterflies. So we're always looking for mentors that can come in and be like big sisters to our young ladies. We're always looking for people that may be having special gifts, like maybe playing piano, somebody that may know about growing, gardening, somebody that may be able to just teach them a skill. We had someone that came in that has a sewing place that where they're supposed to go and help them with sewing. We had a lady that came in, she was good with crocheting, you know, because they need coping skills. You know, sometimes when they get upset, they need ways to cope. So just having different people that come in and volunteer their time. We are a 501c3, so, you know, any donations that people give, they can write off at the end of the year. So we need sponsors, you know, people that are willing to sponsor, because we don't charge the girls for anything. So again, you know, they're able to go on our website. There's a form on our website if they're interested in volunteering. If they go on our donation page, they can donate from that page, and if they scroll all the way to the bottom, it's an icon where they can donate from Walmart, Target, or Amazon Smiles. When they purchase things from Amazon, if they go on Amazon Smile and look us up as a charity, then they give us a percentage from that. We also have a cash out. And yes, everything that, like I say, you know, no donation is too small. You know, a lot of times people don't donate because I only have $10, but no donation is too small, because it can always be used to get something for these young ladies or something they need at the home.
Okay, that's the perfect segue into the final question.
Okay.
How can people follow you and learn more about Beulah's Safe Haven?
They can follow us on our website, which is beulahshaven.com. And all our information is on there. They can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, any of those sites. Okay. We are on.
All right. With that being said, we are going to take another break before we move into candy or corn. And y'all stay tuned. Hang tight. We'll be right back.